Our passage for today, Luke chapter 7, verses 18 to 35, begins with disciples of John the Baptist coming to Jesus to get his opinion, to get his answer for John of, is Jesus the one that everyone has been waiting for? And Luke tells us that the disciples of John the Baptist have come right after Jesus has cured many people of plagues and diseases and evil spirits, and even given sight to many who were blind. In verse 22, our verse for the day, and he answered them, "Go and tell John what you have seen and heard. The blind receive their sight, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, the poor have good news brought to them." Now, if you think back to our devotion, or just back to Luke chapter 4 and Jesus in his home synagogue in Nazareth, reading from the scroll of the prophet Isaiah, Jesus is saying here in Luke 7, I'm doing exactly what I said I would do back in chapter 4 in that programmatic sermon, that sermon that laid out what Jesus would do. And what I want to focus on today is not quite so much the amazing things Jesus does, which, I mean, it is amazing. I mean, ho hum, the blind receive their sight, the deaf hear, and the dead are raised. What I want to focus on is more our responsibility, because you and I probably haven't been used by God to do the kind of things that Jesus is described as doing. So what's our responsibility? Well, our responsibility is very much like that of the disciples of John the Baptist. And what does Jesus tell them to do? Go and tell. Go and tell. That's what they are supposed to do. Go and tell John what you have seen and heard. Those of us who have seen Jesus at work in our lives, in our families, in our church, in our community, you and I have a responsibility, and I would say even an obligation, to go, that is to take the initiative, not to sit back passively, and if someone ever asks us something about Jesus, then we're ready to respond. We are to go, and we are to tell what we have seen and heard. There's a wonderful film that came out. It's directed by Sidney Lumet called 12 Angry Men. It's a classic black and white film. Some of you may have seen it. Stars a remarkable cast, unbelievable. Henry Fonda, Martin Balsam, Lee J. Cobb, E.J. Marshall, Ed Binns. It's just a great cast, but it's all about a murder case. And in part of what they do in the jury room is they break down what the witnesses said to see if it's valid or not. You and I have a responsibility to be witnesses and to go and tell others what we have seen and heard Jesus doing in our lives. And I pray you'll take the opportunity to tell someone something today.